What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Awakening World. It's a great and very special show tonight. We've invited some of our very, very favorite guests to be with us. I'm going to give you a brief little glimpse, a little homeopathic picture of who's going to be with us. And then, of course, we're going to be hearing from all of them tonight. Dr. Marty Casey is a very special core person that's with us tonight. We're going to be learning all about something very, very special that she's putting together. And she's got a great ally. The great Ben Bowler from Unity Earth is here with us, and he'll be sharing what he and Marty are cooking up. And they're cooking it up in Missouri, and we're going to learn all about the spirit of St. Louis from Pookie Lee, who, along with her beloved partner Bob, is also going to provide us with a song. So we're excited about that. And Paulette Pipe is also part of this merry band of magic makers. And so she's going to be sharing with us all about Unity Village, which is a big part of what they're going to be doing. So that's exciting. And we, of course, have our beloved brother Omashar, who will be providing at least one song for us tonight. And for this very special event, and we have Desiree with us. And Desiree is going to lead our kind of mid-show prayer, which we now do in every show. And not only do we have all these extraordinary people, but we needed somebody special as a co-host. And there is nobody that I can imagine that we all love more than my co-host tonight, someone that I think we all absolutely love and adore, Kristen.
Such an honor to be here again with this family. Yes, yes. There's so much love. Whenever we're here, whenever we gather in this way, we are called back to love, to the core of love. And we are going to really explore that core tonight. What is it like to really come back to the core of our humanity, to that sweet spot in the middle of our being, that pillar that springs from our hearts, that connects us to divine and Mother Earth, that middle point that anchors us both within our beingness and with each other, so that we can communicate from that grounded center space. I feel deeply around this theme at these times in our world. It's so easy to look out at the world and see so much division and chaos and angst. And I know that a lot of us are feeling extremely overwhelmed in multiple directions. And that can lead to a lot of exhaustion, both within yourself and within families and communities. and countries and then the world. I think we are literally looking at a time where we are almost having a chronic fatigue syndrome of humanity, we could say. And yet, I truly believe and have absolute faith in the spirit of humanity, in the spirit of who we are and why we are called here together at this time, why we chose to come here at this potent time. And tonight we're really going to be feeling into that question. Why am I here at this potent time? And how can I come to that middle point and reestablish that grounding and that wholeness within myself so that I can be a beacon for others and really be ready to connect and express a new level of love. Meeting in the middle, I think, is a commitment to taking love to the next octave. It's so easy to express and experience conditional love. And yet, what is it like to come to that bridge point where we are willing to see and hear and hold each other, even if we don't agree? What is it like to take deep breaths together and be willing to listen and witness, heal, commune, use the vehicles and the tools that are available to us, such as the arts, music, prayer, connecting to nature. When we actively choose to implement these tools that allow us to tune back into our emotional space, to our spirit space, that we are, that space of pure unconditional love, suddenly it is much more easeful to be present even with feelings and ideas and people who hold different views. So we're going to explore both this practice of meeting in the middle tonight and what it means for each of us. My expression that I've just shared with you right now isn't the right way. There's no right way. It's about discovering and being in the question of this meeting in the middle. And in that questioning, in that willingness to explore together, suddenly we are there in a field of healing. And tonight we're going to really hold and be creating this field of healing together that will then extend, and we are going to invite you tonight into a physical practice space in these bodies, in these sacred vessels, in the middle of this country, in Missouri, in August, in the middle of the 99 days, right in the middle of the 99 days of peace through unity. We are going to invite you to join us into a literal physical practice of embodying love on this next level together and coming together to meet in the middle. And you're going to hear from so many extraordinary speakers tonight and who will be there assisting and leading the way and sharing with us all from the heart, from the soul. And I know it's going to be extraordinary. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to begin our journey tonight with a song which actually was born in the last Fields of Healing, or the seeds of this piece were born in the last Fields of Healing in Japan. And Ben Bowler, who's here tonight, keeps saying, I feel like this Fields of Healing in Missouri is like a bridge, a continuation of Japan. And there were two incredible beings who I love, Wynne and Douglas Wagner, who were on the journey in Japan, and they kept talking about this new project with writer-director Tess Cacciatore called Yumi's Universe, and these books that are going to help kids to tap into peace, and these amazing characters who travel around the world planning peace poles, and all of these seeds started to take form in Japan as we visited the Saionjis and the peace poles and the Fuji Sanctuary. And when I got back, I actually met Tess Cacciatore, and we wrote this song together called Garden of Peace. So feel this literal Fields of Healing taking bloom, taking form as I play the song Garden of Peace. Here we go. And I think a lot of you in this space have seen the little video Garden of Peace, which has gone on now to win a few different awards in the last few weeks, which we're very excited about. And it's really blossoming in such great ways. Okay, here we go. Blossoms bloom so soft, so light, underneath the sky so bright. Cherry trees, they start to grow, seeds of peace begin to show. In the winds a whisper calls, hand in hand we stand for all. Every flower tells a tale, together we will never fail. Springing into peace, so can't you see? Like the blossoms of our cherry tree, growing love from seeds we sow, connecting hearts with each piece. Oh, we are one and each unique in our garden of peace. Petals fall but they return, every season a chance to learn. Our differences like colors bright, they weave a tapestry of light. We dance with hope, we sing as one great family of earth and sun. With every step, with every voice, together we can make the choice. Springing into peace, so can't you see? Like the blossoms of our cherry tree, growing love from seeds we sow, connecting hearts with each piece. Oh, we are one and each unique in our garden of peace.
As we travel around this world so wide, the light of respect will be our guide. Listening to our truest nature with purity as our authentic teacher. Let's look within to find true peace, then spread our love and tranquility. We find our balance in the river of life, and in the spirit of harmony we all unite. UNITY.
Yeah. Springing into peace, so can't you see? Like the blossoms of our cherry tree, growing love from seeds we sow, connecting hearts with each piece. Oh, we are one and each unique in our garden of peace. Like the blossoms of our cherry tree, growing love from seeds we sow, connecting hearts with each piece. Oh, we are one and each unique in our garden of peace. May peace prevail on earth, singing out loud from heart to heart. May peace prevail on earth, garden of peace. May peace prevail on earth, let it be lit from heart to heart. May peace prevail on earth, garden of peace.
Wow. Gonna go to gallery view, everybody. Let's give a big twinkle.
Woo!
What a
Thank you all.
treat.
You know, that's the first time it's ever been sung live. So I
Wow.
forgot to say that at the beginning. And I know that Tess and Wynn and Douglas are listening. So sending so much love. And did you recognize a special voice in the bridge? Who was that? Pato Banton. So,
Oh,
yes. And now you can find this Garden of Peace song in your favorite music stores online. Just go if you like Spotify, it'll be there. It's Garden of Peace featuring Pato Banton. And you can go to the yumisuniverse.net site and find out more. And what I highly recommend you do is just go and click on join us on Facebook. I think all of us here are probably Facebook users. And there is this, the children's book is actually coming out next week, the Garden of Peace children's book. It's extraordinary with incredible, like live, I'm saying animations, but they're pictures, but you feel like you're just right there with the characters. And every young child in your life will absolutely adore this journey with these incredible beings, Yumi, her grandmother Obashan, these incredible characters that take you to different parts of the world, planting peace bowls. So definitely stay tuned, and I'm sure they will be putting out lots of messages this week on Facebook about the release.
beautiful.
So love, love, love to you all. And next, we are going to call on the incredible Paulette Pipe, who's going to take us deeper into this zone of meeting in the middle through a meditation. And we'll just all really, oh, I love Paulette so much.
Just before Paulette, I always
yes.
like to acknowledge some of the comments that come in from the audience.
Oh, good. Okay.
And this is a chance for you to take in all the appreciation. Now, there are a lot of people talking about how wonderful the song is, so I'm only going to read a couple. But Pam writes, I came in just as Kristen started her song, and I'm already crying with the beauty of her voice and words. This is so, so beautiful. Karen S. picked up that it was Pato and the singing along with you. And just over and over, Alice says, this is such a beautiful song. The Holy Spirit tears are flowing. And you're right, Ben, it's another Kristen Hoffman classic.
Oh, well, and I wrote it with Tess Cacciatore, so I'm just giving so much love to Tess, and it was such an honor to be in the songwriting journey together, and I'm so glad that it's resonating and that everybody's loving it so much.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a lot of people in our circles involved in this project, such as Dot Maver, Musi Hailu, the Sionjis, I know I'm forgetting a few people right now. Oh, of course, Fumi. So there are multiple people who are really engaged and part of that team. So definitely.
And Tess, if you're watching, hello. Tess is a long old friend of mine, a colleague from decades ago. So it's amazing how we all keep coming back and circling back together. All right, now you can introduce Paulette.
Now I can wax poetic about one of my favorite humans in the world and souls, Paulette Pipe. Thank you for being here with us. Since the minute I met this extraordinary being, I felt her grace, her huge heart, her ability to guide us into meditations like no other. That really, seriously, Paulette's meditations take us into this just deep zone of beauty where we can truly reconnect to our core essence. And I'm just so grateful for you, Paulette. And I'm so grateful we're going to be on this physical journey together now too, which has always been a dream of ours. So turning over to you. Love you so much. We're in your hands.
Thank you, Kristen. And hello, everyone. So we're talking about being in the middle. So I'm going to take us through a somatic meditation today. And to begin, I'm going to stand up so you can see me. If you can spotlight me, that would be helpful.
You are spotlit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh, there we go. All right. So we're just going to take a moment. If you're safe and comfortable doing so, I invite you to just lower your eyes for a moment and notice everything that you can feel in your body. We start there and the mind may rove because it's looking for something to hold on to, something to distract it. Notice that as well. And then bring your attention back to your body, noticing everything you can feel in this moment. And then take in a deep breath all the way down into the soft belly. The breath will be a long inhale and a complete exhale. Put a little smile on your face to release some endorphins and radiate joy into our circle. Take another deep breath in and exhale and open your eyes. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with some hand movements first. So take your left hand and move your middle finger into the center of your palm and just press in. And where you can feel that indentation, we're going to massage that spot. There are meridians running from our heart center, and we're talking about being in the middle, so we're talking about being in our hearts. So we massage this place to open our heart center, which is where we're going to be meditating from today. So breathe and meditate. Breathe and massage that center point, opening the heart, expanding our capacity for love, our capacity for compassion, and our ability to move into the center of our being. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So take your right hand. If you're able, just bring your middle finger down into the center of your palm and press. And where you press, it might be a bit tender, and just massage there for a few moments and take a few deep breaths here. Open, open, completely opening the heart. We are on a journey to the center. And then release. And if you're able, I invite you to stand up as well, with your feet hip width apart. Soften your knees, straighten your torso, your chins parallel to the floor, tucked in a little bit to straighten the spine. And let's extend our arms so our elbows are bent, knees are soft, and it's like your fingers are dripping into the earth. And as we hold our hands out, let some space be between your fingers so the energy, the chi, can move. And let everything that does not serve us this evening, anything that might thwart our journey into the center, into the middle of our being and the middle of our experience that we are starting on this journey tonight, anything that stands in the way, let it just drift off and dissipate into the corners of the universe like wisps of smoke, plumes of incense. Let your shoulders relax. And then bring your hands, not touching, but like you're holding a ball in front of your lower belly button, your lower tummy in front of your belly button. Can you feel the energy? Even if you can't feel anything, that's a mindful moment too. Keeping the knees soft, the shoulders down. We're going to inhale and open the palms as though we're stretching the energy out. And as we inhale, we draw the energy back to center without the hands touching. What we're doing as we move this energy, this chi ball that we're holding in front of us, is opening the heart space at the center of our chest, at heart level. The slower we go, the more we feel the energy, the more we feel connected to our hearts, beyond intellect, beyond doing, This is where we're going to travel from, operate from, speak from, unite from our heart center. So breathe and be. Exhale as we draw the hands in. Inhale as we draw the palms wide open. Visualize in your mind's eye the color red or rose pink, the essence of the heart. And in this particular energy practice, the heart also represents joy. So we are opening our heart to joy, one of the most infallible signs of the presence of God. Joyful, clear heart, carrying us to the middle of the universe, with which we are one. We dwell in that universe that dwells within us. And we are in the middle, expanded, expansive, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, we open the palms. Exhale, we close, keeping space between the fingers to feel all the energy opening us up, linking our hearts together. A chain link of joy and positive intention and oneness. For in the middle we meet the one, and who is the one if it is not each and every one of us? For we are one. Relax some more, unclench everything, soften the knees, let the shoulders go, breathe deeply, slow movements, and feel the heart energy just expand with joy and faith and fervor for the work ahead of us. But it is not I, it is not you, it is the divine within us that will do the work. So we open our heart space and our capacity to receive and our capacity to connect so that we can be in one accord, so that we can be in alignment with that which is ours to do as a collective. Each one a part of the whole, a part of the diamond gleaming in the world as light radiators. So put that smile back on your face, soften your face, and radiate that joy into this space. And let it move from the middle of our gathering, from the middle of our hearts, out into the world. Moving out into our environment, into our cities and towns, our countries, our continents, out into the world. Let this vibration of joy and heart-centeredness surround the globe now with this light of love that knows no bounds, that is a healing light, a universal healing power, moving through us, moving around us, doing its mighty perfect work and will to bring us into entrainment with the idea of good, the idea of oneness, with the power that will transform. It begins with us, it begins in our hearts, and so we let it be as we breathe. And now bring your hands together. Place your right hand in front of your belly button and your left hand behind it. If you're male or If you're male, you switch that. So it's left hand in front, right behind. And feel the energy pulsing from your lower belly energy center. And imagine we are linked like an umbilical cord of light, linking each of us in this circle, linking us with everyone with whom we share this energy today that's coming from the middle of our hearts, the middle of our being, the middle of our intentions. We meet in the middle and we move out into the world and we act as a collective to do that which is ours to do, to bring about peace, to be in alignment with order, to share the wisdom, the insights, the resources necessary for healing and transformation. It begins with each of us. Let there be peace and let it begin with you and me. Now we bring our hands together in prayer position, resting our thumbs on our sternum. We are of one accord, one intention, one power, one purpose, and it begins in the middle of our heart and radiates out where we meet each other in the middle, in the field of consciousness, or as Rumi said, in that field of right and wrongdoing, I'll meet you there. Beyond right and wrongdoing, I'll meet you there. I will meet you in the middle. Inhale and bow as we exhale in gratitude. Inhale and bow and send more love and light out into the world. From that place of light, love, and compassion in me to that place of light, love, and compassion in you and all those to whom this practice of the heart and meeting in the middle is dedicated. We bow one more time. Namaste. Thank you.
It's certainly hard to go back to words after such a powerful, presencing, energetic experience like you've just shared with us, Paulette. Thank you so, so much. Let's just let that soak in for one more moment, everyone. Infinite gratitude, infinite gratitude. And we're going to see Paulette again in a little bit. We love you so much.
Thank you, Paula. It was divine. I'm going to read just one comment. Susan Blomquist, I think, puts it beautifully. She writes,
Yeah.
what an exquisite magic field we just all created together and gave away again. Gratitude to Paulette.
Mm. And now I have the pleasure of calling forward my dear, dear brother, Ben Bowler. Where are you? Oh, there you are. What a precious being Ben Bowler is, both in my heart, in my life, and I know in all of our lives. I always say that Ben Bowler is like the Pied Piper of spirit for me. I always feel that he has this just magnetic love field that calls us back into the magic. When I'm around Ben on any live journey, not just me, everyone starts to see all of the signs emerging. You know the signs. When you see those signs, you know, oh, I'm in the right place. And I think that's one of Ben's magical qualities, is that where Ben goes, the signs of great spirit follow, or are born through his portal. And we're about to go on an amazing journey, and I'm super excited. Whenever we get to dive into a field of healing, it's just awe. AWE, awe. So, into your caravan. Take us on a journey.
All aboard. Thank you. Thank you, Kristen. This is just so magical to be here with you and Scott and Marty and that beautiful, beautiful transmission with Paulette. One of the great joys of what's emerging is the opportunity to work with Paulette, which is a dream come true as well. And that song, Kristen, is still that beautiful, beautiful song, and the melody and the spirit of that song is still kind of rolling around in my head, and I'm sure right across the field, the Garden of Peace. So how did we get here and where are we going? So let's go on a bit of a journey through time, and then we'll get to what Marty's calling forth and you know is being called forth in St. Louis and down to Kansas City as well. So this is a real privilege to be here with the Global Peace Tribe and to go on a little bit of a journey as I was thinking about what are we going to share today. Well, Unity Earth, Fields of Healing. So it's an opportunity to go back and have a look at how we got to where we are. And so let's go on a little bit of a journey through time. This was the road to 2020, and many of you participated in various events from 2016 to 2020, literally right across the planet in so many different places. And I want to go to the Tillman Chapel in October 2016. This was our first event as Unity Earth. We'd done things prior to that, which you'll see, but this was our first event as Unity Earth. Kurt Johnson, you see Yanni Maniatis there. Pato and Antoinette are everywhere. They're such an essential part of all of this as we go forward. You'll notice October 2016, so next year it'll be a 10-year anniversary for all of us connected to the field of Unity Earth right across the world. And this was such a powerful launch at this interfaith chapel. It's such a sacred place. And Kurt Johnson really was the anchor for so much of what came together for that opening. You can see all the different spiritual traditions represented. Music has always been at the heart of what we do, ceremony, prayer, coming together. And there's always been that deliberate and very sacred opening to the vertical dimension for all of these comings together in these events that we've been a part of. It really is an opportunity at each one to have a portal between heaven and earth, between the divine and the human coming together, to meet in the middle. And you can see here 10 years ago, this was a very powerful J.J. Hertog and Desiree. It was Audrey Kitagawa. I mean, it's a very historic beginning. We then went on to continue. This launched the road to 2020. Here we are in Delhi in India, where Unity Earth and OneGod.com, Unite the Tribes, came together with a very powerful group with the United Religions Initiative. We have here the great Lama Dubum Tulku, who departed our earth just over a year ago, and many great beings are here. Salman Chisti. This is a very powerful event in partnership with the United Religions Initiative, and everybody coming together under the idea of one God. You would think in India that might be challenging, but it was remarkable. Everybody just really got it and came together in the most potent spiritual unity in diversity that was so magnificent and remarkable. And then on to not long after that, that was March 2017, then July, just a few months later, the Crestone Convergence, Mindahi, Bastida, Kurt Johnson, Deborah Moldo, so many people, Steve Farrell, Jeff Vanderklut, so many came together in this incredible spirit. And always the peace poles, everywhere we go, the peace poles, they're either there or they get planted. And this was a very significant one. Sadiq, here you see in the picture, has also departed our earth, but he plays a very important role in the story, which I will get to before I finish. Then here in Australia, the return of Mungo Man. Some of you know this story. This is the legendary Archie Roach, who also departed the planet. Interesting that in the first 3 or 4 photos, we see many people who have left us. Archie Roach is without doubt the most eminent Australian Aboriginal musician that has ever been. He headlined the concert and the event for the return to country of Mungo Man in outback of Australia, the oldest living culture, continuous spiritual, modern human culture, unbroken for 40, 50,000 years, was being celebrated. Jeff Vanderklut came, Peter Blaise Corcoran came, Mindahi Bastida was there. And of course, many of you know this is my father's legacy and my father's work. It was one of the most extraordinary healing events with so many different groups from all around the country meeting in the middle in Mildura, in the centre of Australia, New South Wales, Victoria. This gives you a sense, the fire ceremony, the smoke ceremony, the sacredness of this picture. Really, these young Aboriginal dancers had come from the other side of the country to honour this ancestor, and you could see just everybody here. There were 5,000 people at this free concert that we were able to put on as part of the Road to 2020. Going back and the origins of the U-Day event, this is back in 2012. You note the dates, 21 and 22. Where were you? December 21, 22, when the Mayan calendar was ending. We were in Chiang Mai, Thailand for this event. You see Pato Banton, Antoinette Root's daughter, Sister Apsara. We were launching the U-Day series, which then really was the birth of all of this. It was the first time we brought music and spirituality together in this incredible beginning of the beginning. And then that took us on to so many places around the earth. This photo captures the spirit of the fire, the convergence of fire that took place in Lalibela in Ethiopia, which was one of the most sacred moments. Full moon, blue moon, the whole cosmic experience there, and everyone who was gathered there, it still burns in our heart, this deeply mystical convergence of fire. We went to the African Union. Not only the peace poles everywhere, but the flag ceremony is everywhere, and the flags of one family now have been added to that. This is us at the African Union. This is the president of the country of 100 million people, the leader of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. You see our friends from Thailand, Rocky Dawuni. You'll see many faces in the Yanni. John Raymer, you can see there as well. This was our gathering for U-Day in 2018 in Ethiopia. And this is just building the fire that has taken us right around the planet. And that is now we're on the verge of coming to St. Louis in Missouri. Jerusalem, the convergence. This was a lead-up event fostering greater spiritual unity among the peoples of the world, leading up to what then happened for U-Day 2020, Holy Land, living water across the Holy Land. But also that year, we did our first Fields of Healing. And I want to just quickly share that because it's important to show a little bit of the background here of the Fields of Healing event and what actually took place in Byron Bay in 2018. So we'll just play this.
I can hear them calling as they ride through me their song, and I can feel their spirits as they're singing me back home to travel across the land of our people still so strong to take it either back to where he belongs. So let's stand up together. Bring your torch to our fire.
wanted to show that just to give a sense of the origins of Fields of Healing and how it began back now 7 years ago. And then that story has brought us forward all the way through. I'm going to complete the journey here. I have to go through it just to bring us up to where we are today, which is amazing to see the whole panorama. So from Fields of Healing in Byron Bay, which was extraordinary. Uncle Magpie has also left us. Beautiful Maori family that came together as well. We had the New York liftoff in 2019, the event at the United Palace up in Broadway in New York. You see Phil and some Rick Orphick, many other, always Pato, Deborah, Maldo, and then to Varanasi, the holy city in India, with that gathering of the Varanasi Convergence, and again the flag ceremony, Fumi, is a part of that as well. And here at one of the sacred sites of Buddhism in Sarnath, where the Buddha gave his first sermon, and we had monks from Thailand, from Tibet, joining our group. You see the wonderful Irina Morrison there as well. Just giving you some of the background. Here is Auntie Pixie from the east coast of Australia, giving her medicine to the Varanasi Convergence. Very powerful, very sacred, ancient wisdom. You see here Kristen on stage, and me all dressed up in my Indian garb. But this was on the river. The Varanasi Convergence was a Kabir festival, if anybody knows the poet Kabir, and coming together with the whole Unity Earth experience. This picture was taken by Nina, my beloved, and you can see she's captured the essence of Kristen here quite magnificently, with wings and all. And as we go forward, the great Pato Banton, here we are on the river banks of the sacred river in Varanasi at the Kabir Festival. There we have also the former executive director of the United Religions Initiative, Victor Kazanjian. And then on to the Holy Land, and have a look. This is an essence of the indigenous dimension that is so powerfully represented. Auntie Pat McCabe, obviously Phil Lane Jr., Jason Kelly, Mindahi Bastida, Angelica Kubidas, so many powerful indigenous elders and leaders coming together. And then on Bob Marley's birthday, the concert in Haifa. Again, this photo is of Angelica at Armageddon, where we had a prayer ceremony, praying for peace and ecological vitality, just days, weeks before the planet shut down, February, March 2020. And you can get a sense of the power, the spiritual power, the holy power that is flowing through all of this coming together. The wonderful Rocky Dawuni at the Unite Festival as well. So music always been such a part of it. Then out of the lockdown, World Unity Week was born, Scott, the Awakening World, and everything that kind of came out of that period of 2020. And look at this, the first Black Sunday, Marty, was created. Marty's vision to honor, on the anniversary or near the anniversary of Michael Brown's killing, which would now be, I think, 11 years ago. But this was Black Sunday, and since the inauguration in 2020, it's grown and evolved under Marty's leadership. Caravan of Unity then was also launched, and everything else that took place across that time. And I love this photo, Kristen, of you and Ambassador Musi. It really captures that spirit of joy that we were tapping into a little bit earlier, and that Paulette was bringing us into. So that brings us up to 2020. And then I wanted to, from the Fields of Healing in Byron Bay, which you get a sense of through that video we played, the sacred lands of the Aboriginal people there on the east coast of Australia, this powerful 2-day event with people coming from right around their country and around the world to be a part of this healing experience. It was extraordinary. And then from there to what took place just last September. This is one of the pictures on the Field of Healing at Mount Fuji Sanctuary, with a most beautiful day of music and ceremony and prayer, resurrection on the Fields of Healing. You see all the flags. This is the global heart quarters of the Goy Peace Foundation, May Peace Prevail on Earth International. What a privilege for us to go there with the community. And so from this Fields of Healing down to Hiroshima, and last September on the International Day of Peace, you see the flags of one family waving in front of that iconic iconic building, which, survived the blast of August 6, 1945. You see Brother Omar Shah there, and many of our friends that are here today, and of course Kristen and Pookie and so many that were a part of that coming together. Fumi, of course, and so many. Bob is there. So John and Sama and Marty, of course. So this was incredibly deep, powerful medicine. And then just to sort of give you a sense of the emotion, this is one of the photos that was captured on that day. Kristen and Summer Joy, the power and the healing and the transformation and the completion of that day will be etched in our hearts and souls forever. Which brings us to St. Louis. So I didn't, after Jerusalem and Lalibela and Varanasi, I didn't expect to be going to St. Louis. But there you go. That's the thing. It's just another indication that this is not our plan. This is not our, kind of a 5-year plan that's unfolding. This is God's work. And, through Marty and the peace pole that was planted on the Caravan of Unity, and all the connections, Scott, they're so extraordinary. I see behind you Yogananda in your picture. It was Yogananda during the LA Convergence when we were visiting the Lake Shrine where Kristen had a vision to send us to Japan in the first time. So all of these profound connections are truly beyond our comprehension, but we can feel something which is calling us. So the mayor of Ferguson had said to Marty some time ago, after the peace pole was planted in Ferguson, which is a suburb of St. Louis, on the Caravan of Unity in 2020, in September 2020, the mayor of Ferguson said to Marty, you got to come back. And that was the seed of what is now evolved and developed into this extraordinary program where we are coming together to St. Louis, bringing all of that energy and all of that spirit and all of that goodwill to be there really under Marty's spiritual leadership. And let me just say a word about that, because Marty Casey has traveled the world and showed up from Europe to Japan to the East Coast, all over the country as part of Unity Earth and Purpose Earth and the Holo Movement and all of these, beautiful communities that we are connected to here as part of the Global Peace Tribe. And now there's an opportunity for us to come and support Marty and Pookie, who's also been on all of these journeys, so many of them, but to come and to bring our prayers and our presence to St. Louis and the work that's happening on the ground there, particularly since the devastation of the storm of some months ago. So there is something powerfully mystical about this. By the way, it's also Lionsgate at that time, and it's as Dot Maver told me, it's the Sirius full moon. Or the Leo full moon, which is bringing in the Sirius energy. And so there is a powerful Christ consciousness dimension to all of this, and a sacred feminine rising to all of this, which is calling us to come. And then from St. Louis, from that Black Sunday on the 10th of August, which will be the anniversary of the killing of Michael Brown, but also what Marty brings to Black Sunday is a deep healing field for racial violence, for gun violence, for all manner of inhumanities, humanities to itself. It's also on the 9th of August, the anniversary of the Hiroshima bomb. In some ways, the forgotten bomb. So these two iconic moments of human history for us to hold as healers. And those who are coming to this gathering really are people that are called to be healers and to come together as leaders and healers to be a part of this ceremony together. It will be a full moon under the arch, that beautiful gateway arch, and our intention is to really experience the portal between heaven and earth. After we've been to Ferguson and the peace pole and the ceremonies during the day, and I'll let Marty tell everybody what's going to be happening on that Sunday morning, but on the Sunday night, we gather under the arch quietly and in deep reverence. And I mentioned earlier that beloved brother Sadiq had such an important role to play. Well, it was Sadiq who introduced me to beloved Pookie Lee back, I think it must have been 2019, Pookie. And guess where they were? They were at the Gateway Park underneath the St. Louis Arch when Sadiq introduced me to Pookie. And then through that, Pookie came to the Holy Land. She introduced me to Marty, and the rest, as they say, is sacred history. Now, with these strong feminine creators, leaders driving this, including what's going to happen in Unity Village, just a 3-hour bus trip down the road to Kansas City, where you can feel what Paulette's going to be bringing. So from the sacred cosmic and the grounded peace in action of what happens in St. Louis, that vertical dimension, right into the ground, right into the communities that Marty is helping and serving and uplifting through the most practical means of clothing and food and looking after people in their most vulnerable state, right through to that very intentional opening to heaven, to God, to the angelic realms, and to have Kristen singing that in, and to have all of us gathering as healers on that night of the full moon under the arch. Will be cosmic, and it will be an exclamation point on everything we've been doing over the last 10 years, over the last 15 years. So we'll share the link in the chat. There's still opportunities for us to meet us. This is the labyrinth at Unity Village. We might see a photo of that in a moment, but that's bringing us together for this sacred transformational moment where we pull our gifts and we pull our talents together to be a part of that bridge between heaven and earth, to open the door and let heaven in, and then to have the gift of those 3 days of retreat, where there will be so many offerings. And we were sharing yesterday with Paulette, and she was telling us a little bit about some of the spaces at Unity Village. There's a bridge of faith where we will be gathering and anointing and crossing together. So all in all, just to round it out, this is a deep calling. It's something we weren't planning on. It's all Marty's fault, but it's something that we're moving heaven and earth to be there. And everyone who's coming is coming from a true place of true calling. And we want to make sure we get the message out there, Scott, to the Global Peace Tribe. If you feel called, we want to find a way for you to come. We've kept it all very affordable, and there are ways to come. But this is a mystic journey, and it is the ending of a period of time, and it is the beginning of a new period of time. Yes, it's in the middle of the 99 days. Yes, it's in the middle of the United States, but most importantly, it's in the middle of our hearts, Marty, and we are coming together to be together as this family of light at a time of transition that we've prayed for, and we've worked for, and we've sung for, and we've walked for generations. So what a privilege, what an opportunity, a story 42,000 years in the making, human culture, all the lineages, all the traditions coming together. And who would have thought Missouri would be the place where all this would go?
Marty would have thought that probably.
Thank you, Marty.
And Ben, I just want to say, what an amazing journey you just took us through. I think it was really fun for a lot of, especially the old timers of the Global Peace Tribe, because once you got to 2020, then I started seeing all the different things that over the years we've had on the show, the Caravan of Unity and Black Sunday, and of course all of the other things that we've Japan. So it is beautiful how our whole community is coming together. And I also want to acknowledge that a lot of the people who watch this show are not able to travel quite so easily, and this is their way of knowing what the bigger tribe is doing. And we're all part of the tribe, whether you're there in person or watching this way. Every single person who can hear my voice right now, you're just as important as the people that you see a lot on my show or that get to go to all these places, because you're holding sacred space with us. And that's why we'd like to share with you what's taking place in Japan or taking place in Ferguson, in Missouri. So thank you, Ben, for the amazing organization that you do. And hopefully some of our people might be able to make it there in person. And I know that you are making it very, very easy and affordable for people. So thank you.
Well, let me just add one more thing, Scott, which is leading up to Japan, I had a very profound kind of realization that I wasn't going to be traveling as much anymore. And I'd made the commitment that, I'd been to 42 different countries on this journey over the last 15 years. And I was kind of like, I'm going to be anchoring more here in my homeland, and there's a lot of work to be done here. So, man plans and God laughs, right?
Right.
But here we are coming to Missouri, but it's really because it's you, Marty. And, because it's you and because you walk the talk, and because you've been everywhere for everyone, how could we not show up when Marty said, please come? I mean, we were deliberating this. We didn't have a budget. We didn't have the time. I said, Marty, I'm not sure we're going to make it work. She said, please come.
Well, and there's one other very important person that's a big part of this, and I think she's going to be kind of our next guest because we're going to save Marty's presentation for the middle. I am looking for Pookie Lee and her beloved Bob.
Where's Pookie Lee?
And one more thing. I got to say one more thing, Scott. Just one more thing. Every step of the way has been Kristen Hoffman. Every step of the way, opening the portals, opening the doors, bringing in the angels, feeling the resonance, having that visionary leadership, not just in music and her words, but her life is a beacon. And when Kristen was committed to this, it really anchored it into reality. So I want to acknowledge that. And we wouldn't be doing it without you, Kristen. So thank you.
Wow.
She's kind of like the earth angel that brings us all together and keeps us in our heart. Everybody has adopted her as their adopted daughter or adopted sister. I see Rev Deb is in the audience. So I know that she's one of the
She's my soul mama.
And
Actually, my dad is from Missouri and my grandparents. And I grew up going to St. Louis a lot as a little girl, and even up until my early 20s when my grandfather was still alive. And I have such fond memories. My dad was just sharing the other day that my grandfather was an accountant in a building right across from where the arch was built. And my dad watched with his dad the arch being built, and they would go and watch it being constructed. And my dad's coming with his partner, Elizabeth. So it's also going to be a full circle for me and my family, which is going to be extraordinary.
And her father, Henry, whom we love and appreciate, just celebrated his 80th birthday.
Yes. It's going to be, it's all
Beautiful.
happening, right? It's all happening. And I found out that Marty's church is African Methodist church. And I grew up in a Methodist church, and I told my dad today, and he was all excited. And so
Beautiful.
it's all connected.
As you talk about those, I want to riff on one thing that you said, Ben, a little bit earlier. You talked about Yogananda. Throughout my life, I was fortunate to discover Yogananda when I was 17. I would say that 75% of the most significant relationships I've had in my life have been with people that have a connection to Yogananda. It's almost as though he's up there just bringing us together, whispering into our ear. I truly believe he is very available. I've had some beautiful experiences with his spirit, and he's really just such a big part of this magical experience that we're all having.
Mm.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you, Scott.
Okay, and now we get to tune into our most extraordinary, beloved Pookie and Bob. I'm so excited and so looking forward to being with you in your home zone so soon in person again.
I cannot wait for the frequency and vibration of your voice to fill the streets of my city. I cannot wait for that harmonic resonance, that the tones, the frequencies of love, which emanate from within your divine being in all directions, above and below. I cannot wait for the blessing of your voice, of your song, of your heart in our city. I am so excited that Unity Earth is coming to St. Louis. Yes. Again, we're coming again. But this time it's a little different. This time we got the magnificent Ben Bowler and Kristen Hoffman coming too. And then there could also be some more of our Unity Earth tribe coming along as well, which will be an absolute surprise for me. So don't tell me if you're coming. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised when you get here. So St. Louis, I want you to know, St. Louis is the love capital of the world. My home, my family comes from the islands of Hawaii. Everybody asks, what are you doing in St. Louis, Missouri? And, I ask myself that many times myself. However, what I do know is that St. Louis, Missouri is the love capital of the world. It is the love capital of the world. We are right here in the most beautiful place on earth, where the Mississippi River flows in such dynamic strength and power right past us. I mean, this beautiful river. And we are the state of Missouri is a state of rivers. We have some of the most beautiful clean water running through our states, converging. We are a state filled with water. And on the others, so we're right here in Mississippi, and on the other side of that, in Missouri, and on the other side of that Mississippi River is Illinois, and on that side in Illinois is the largest prehistoric Native American community. They were there from 700 to 1400, the Cahokia Mounds, historic site, mound builders. They had over 4,000 acres, and they had up to, at the height, I think, 20,000 people living in harmony on that land right across our river, the largest, north of Mexico, the largest prehistoric Native American community. So there's a real beauty, there's real power in St. Louis. St. Louis is also Archangel Shamuel and his lady Charity preside over St. Louis, the third ray of divine love. This is their retreat right here in St. Louis, and it's also connected to another ray in Manitoba, Canada. So this place is infused in love. That arch is a symbol. It's a portal of divine love. It is that gateway to the West. We are here as an expression of divine love emanating in all directions into our beautiful country, the United States of America. And so it is a great honor for Unity Earth to come and to celebrate love with us, to celebrate unity with us in this place. And I'm excited that we're going to be under the arch again on the Mississippi River, taking in all of the beauty of creation and activating within us this energy of love and light and unity in times such as these that we have been called for in the greatest of, this is, I believe, why we all took bodies, was for these moments right now. You know, and that we're here to serve in a really beautiful and dynamic way, and in various different ways as well. So I'm excited for you to come to our city. We are excited to receive you, to welcome you into the love capital of the world. And we have some really wonderful events for you to engage in, and for you to really just kind of tap into what is St. Louis, what is the love capital of the world, and why is it that you're here? And you're going to find out. So we're going to share a song real quick. This is my husband,
may
Bob
I say
Baker.
something real quick?
Sure, you
Okay.
may, honey.
So when we meet people, and we've met many of you in different, in LA and Japan and all that, a lot of times people assume, their first assumption is that we live in Hawaii because Pookie's Hawaiian and we do that. I wear Hawaiian shirts. So everybody goes, oh, you live, which island do you live on? None of them. So, and then the second thing is they think we're from California, because we're that hip, you know, people just assume we're West Coasters. But no, I'm a St. Louis native, and Pookie has lived here most of her life. Kristen, you mentioned the arch. I was 5 years old when they finished the arch. I remember when there was that gap in the middle and they finally put the finishing piece into it. So yeah, I've been around a while here. And I want to give some credit where it's due and just let you know that Pookie has been doing this work locally in St. Louis for many years. She actually did 2 events that she called a love activation under the arch in the fall of 2018 and another one in 2019. It was shortly after that second one that she met Ben on a Zoom call because Sadiq had invited her and thought this would be a good group to connect with. So I've witnessed this woman calling the city the love capital of the world instead of another capital that is in the media that we're not going to mention a reputation. And so, yeah, we love this city, a lot of roots here, and looking forward to you guys joining us here. You know, it's going to be beautiful. So,
All right, and we have a song for you. This is an original song.
Okay, you ready?
All right. How are we sounding? Are we doing good?
You
Sound
sound
You
good?
sound
amazing.
great. You
Okay,
sound great. You
fantastic.
look great. Love you guys.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
So,
And I'm one of those people who thought you were in Hawaii up until.
yeah, I think you were one of us, guy. I remember
Yeah, I
that.
was one of those
What island
guys.
do you live on? Pookie visits there a lot, but this is home here. So welcome. Yeah.
My mama's there.
All right. This is speaking of love. It's one of our favorite original songs about that topic. Ready? Here we go.
Here we go.
Get ready to bop and clap and move your body.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Put your hands together and let love lead the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put your hands together and spread some joy today. Put your hands together and make your body move. Put your hands together and feel your spirit groove. I have faith you can make a difference. I have faith in everything that you do. I have faith in your dreams and visions. I have faith they will all come true. I have faith we can heal the world with love. Have faith our hearts will lead the way. Have faith we will sing this song out loud. Have faith and this is what we'll say. Come on! Put your hands together and let love lead the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put your hands together and spread some joy today.
Put your hands
Put your hands together and make your body move. You know you want to put your hands together and feel your spirit groove. Have faith
You can make a difference
have
in
faith
everything that you do.
have
In
faith
your dreams and visions,
have
they
faith
will all come true.
have
We
faith
can heal the world with love.
have faith
Hearts will lead the way.
have
We
faith
will sing this song out loud.
have faith.
And this is what we'll say. Yeah, put
Your hands together and let love lead the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Put your hands together and spread some joy today.
Put your hands
Put
together.
your hands together and make your body move. You know you want to put your hands together and feel your spirit groove. Have faith. Oh, you just gotta have a little faith. You know, I know it's kind of looking a little
faith.
crazy out there, right? Wow,
Have
so many
faith.
things are going on. But you know what?
Have
We just
faith.
gotta have faith in each other. We gotta have faith that love is the answer. We gotta have faith that we got this.
faith.
You know, really, I mean, all we gotta do is hold on to each other tightly because love's the answer. Put your hands together and let love lead the way. Yeah, yeah. Put your hands together. Spread some joy today.
Put your hands
Put
together.
your hands together and make your body move. Oh, it feels good. Put your hands together and feel your spirit groove. Have faith. There you go. Thank you, everyone, for receiving our words and our music.
Oh, my
All right,
God.
now, Kristen, Scott, back to you.
We'll see you when we meet in the middle.
Meeting you in the middle, baby.
Oh, that was amazing. That just totally. Oh, I think I'm still hearing some reverbs. Love you guys so much. That was absolutely incredible. And and bless the dogs in the house too. Mine's right here. I don't want to call too much attention or he'll be up doing things. But, beautiful. Love you guys. Can't wait to meet you in the middle. And thank you for welcoming us to your extraordinary city.
And do you still do your show every Sunday morning?
We do every Sunday morning on YouTube. We're mostly doing it on Pookie's channel. So you have to look up Pookie Lee on YouTube. And every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. local time, Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. West Coast.
And it's fantastic. I've checked it out a few times. You guys do a great job. We love you so much.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
you,
Love you
Great to
guys.
see you. Love you all.
Aw. I was also one of those people who always forgets that they live in Missouri.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just saying the other day, oh my gosh, I forgot Pookie and Bob are from Missouri. Well, here we are, and we're about to dive in with the one and only Marty K. Casey. Can we bring her up?
Absolutely. Here she is.
Marty is such a powerhouse of love in action. Love in action. I know Marty's mantra of late has been boots on the ground, right? Boots on the ground. This woman, she says yes, and she shows up and she does what needs to be done. And she calls forward love and presence and light and literally embodies what it means to meet in the middle. She shows us what that looks like. Every time I've ever been around Marty K. Casey, I feel absolute love, total acceptance, not just with me, but with every single person in her sphere. And she, through action, just shows us, reminds us what it feels like, what it looks like. How can we both, yes, go into the parts that need to be healed and hold some really intense topics and wounds and feel the feels, cry the cries, and yet also get in touch with the joy and the mission of this life. Marty, you really do that for us, and you are a beacon of light. So take us into this calling of Fields of Healing, Meeting in the Middle, St. Louis.
Wow, sister. Kristen, you know, if nobody else knows, you know I love me some you. Did I just get, oh, wait a minute, I'm frozen now. It looks like I'm frozen. Can you hear?
You're all good. You're all good. You're all good.
Okay.
It was a minute second.
Okay, it looks frozen on my side. I'm still not moving over here.
You're moving for me.
Okay, well, well, you know what? That is meeting in the middle. It's because right now I don't see myself moving, but it's okay. Because that tells me that what I'm about to say is not about me at all. It's about what we are about to do collectively. And I just believe that there are moments where
Whoops. I think she's frozen.
I think she is actually frozen now.
Yep. Well, perhaps what we should do.
This is one of those moments, right? Where we're ready. And then it's a practice, right? It's a practice. Oh, I thought she was back for a moment. What do you think, Scott? What do you think?
Let's do this. It's about mid-show anyway. So let's do our mid-show prayer. And I'm sure by the time we're done with that experience, Marty will be back with us. And I'm going to bring up to lead it our wonderful Desiree, who is our energetic sign visionary. And she's going to lead our mid-show prayer tonight.
Thank you so much for having me here tonight, Scott, and letting me lead the prayer. So I'm just going to have us all start by connecting with ourselves. So go ahead and place your hands on your body and take a nice big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. As we connect to that heart center in our internal being, we're just raising that vibration, connecting with those divine messages that we receive, connecting with our spirit guides, our ancestors, those that support us on the other side. And I'm just asking everyone that's here on the call, everyone that's here watching live, everyone that watches the recording, and those here to assist us, may we please bring in that love and that joy for all those in the collective. May we please open up our hearts to bring in that peace. May we look deep within our hearts to find those things that we're passionate about, those things that bring us love and bring us joy, so that we can expand that love and our joy from our center out to those around us, changing not only ourselves, but our environments, our cities, our countries, and the collective as a whole. So as we raise that vibration, I just say thank you. Thank you for sharing your energy with us today. Thank you for assisting in that change. Thank you for helping to align with the highest divine love frequency. I'm asking also that we bring in that energy for those who need healing today. For those that we think about, knowing that the divine is telling us, hey, maybe you should reach out to them. For those that are going through the tougher times, just sending them loving energy, compassion and nurturing, reaching out to those that we love and just giving them the energetic hug, going, I know, I see you, I hear you, and I share my love with you. I'm asking that we let go of those worries and those stresses. And as we anchor that into Gaia, we know that we're taken care of. We know that as we raise that vibration, everything else can just fall away. And as we do this as a collective, we know that it's just that much more powerful as we expand it to all those areas that we're touching today. Not only, here in Illinois, but Missouri. I saw Sweden, I saw Australia, all over the world as we spread that love and create that peace, that change that opens the hearts and bring in that joy and that passion for all those around us. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to each and every single one of you for sharing with that today.
Mhm. Thank you, Desiree. And let's have a couple minutes of silence as we come together as community. This is a time for you to bring into our circle of prayer, our circle of love, anyone that you know that needs extra love, extra support. We're sending big love to Roger. He's going to be released from the hospital tomorrow. We've been praying for Roger and we love him very much. And of course, prayers for people all over the world who are suffering at this time. So I'm going to go to gallery view as we do our prayer together.
So much gratitude is coming in. Thank you.
And yes, of course, we especially think of those in Texas who have lost loved ones. And always love to the Middle East, to Ukraine, to Yemen, to those places where such harsh circumstances are taking place. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to turn it over to beloved brother Amashar.
way to wipe away all tears and fears, all broken hearts, to clear the way for a brand new start. Now that we see and know the way to lift our day and shine the light for all to see, the way back home and the way to be free. Let our love lead the way. Let the light shine through all. Let our hearts and minds be free. As we rise up from the fall, there is a way to see again, to be again, to know the truth, to smile again with an open heart. We feel safe again. Now that we're free and we see that the way is to let our love show us a new way to be, and we relish the dance to be part of the chance that will recreate the world anew. What if we could find a way to lift away all tears and fears, all broken hearts, to clear the way for a brand new start? Let our love lead the way. Let the light shine through all. Let our hearts and minds be free. As we rise up from the fall, there is a way to see again, to be again, to know the truth, to smile again with an open heart. We feel safe again.
Oh. Thank you, beloved Omashar. We love you. That was gorgeous.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Wow. And I see we have Marty K. Casey back, so let's just bring her right on.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make this short and quick, just so we can make sure we get this all in. I just have to say this, that has never happened to me in the 5 years of being on Zoom, first time ever. But that tells me what we are about to embark upon. This is power that's coming together. This is lives that will be changed. This is lives that will be saved. This is our universe shifting. This is our mind shifting. This is our hearts lifting. This is an opportunity for us to create peace on earth together right now for a time such as this. This is a moment that when we meet in the middle, all ends on each side have to rise up to where we are, and we will balance in this universe together as one. This I can't wait for, because what just happened right there, as I was trying to tap back in, I already knew something or somebody wanted to muffle my voice. But no, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. We will go forth and we will meet in the middle, and we're going to meet right in St. Louis. First of all, to all my sisters and brothers that have gathered here in this moment, I hope by now you have heard the call. You have heard that personal invite to say yes and to come, because we would love to have you. I don't even think it'll be the same without you. So I hope that you come and join us in the spirit of connection. Connection is truly who we are and who we will always continue to be. It's when we are disconnected that, hey, that's when we start to feel those things that hurt us, that take us back to dark places, that divide us, that keeps us from growing and knowing really and truly what love is. But when we are connected, we are a force that cannot be broken. So please come and connect, join us. This is your personal invite. I want to just share give you a couple of quick stories of a little bit about my past and bring you to what I'm doing today. But they kind of connect, talking about that word. My great-grandmother was born in 1910. Her name was Pearline P. Hadley. And she was a member of St. Paul AME Church, which is one of the spaces and places we will be visiting when everyone comes to St. Louis. That is the hope for all of that to take place, and some exciting things will be happening there. But the reason that I'm sharing this with you is that in that church, which is 186 years old, it is the oldest AME church west of the Mississippi River, and we will be doing things down by the river. My sister Pookie Lee and hopefully some of the grandmothers will be leading us with a water ceremony there. But that church is the oldest. And in that church, my great-grandmother, she sang first soprano, Kristen, every single Sunday in the gospel choir. And she sang from this hymn book that I still have. Look at that, honey, this book. Some songs have been sang from this book. I can barely hold it together. This book right here was the hymns that my great-grandmother sang from every Sunday. Why am I sharing that with you? Because I want you to know the power of voice and the power of art. When my great-grandmother was in her 30s, mid-30s, she had lost 2 of her children, traumas that you couldn't even imagine. And one of those traumas even took place down in the Mississippi River, when one of her sons tried to swim across the river when his friends had dared him to do so, and he didn't make it. And my great-grandmother had to go to that same river to identify her child days later after his body had washed ashore. And in that moment, her voice chakra closed up. She couldn't sing. She couldn't talk. She didn't want to eat. As a matter of fact, in her own words, she said she was ready to give up and just be gone. But God had another plan for her. It had been days and weeks that she had not been able to speak. Her sisters, my great grandmother was also the baby of 19 children. She was the baby. And so some of her sisters would come and take turns to nurse her back to health, back to healing, back to life. And they said that they would take crackers and just crunch it up in their hands and just put crumbs on her tongue and have her sip water through a spoon just to keep her alive. And for days and weeks, no sound. And one day they were in the other room when they heard her singing a song. And when they ran into the other room, she was sitting on the side of the bed with this book in her hand, singing. She started singing. And through song and through sense memory, because the mind tells the body what to do. And her mind remembered that she loved music. And her mind remembered to tell her to tap into her own medicine that was inside of her. If Pearline, if you could just sing a song, it'll wake up your body and you will begin to speak again. And you will begin to eat again and drink again and live again. I want you to know that we are born with natural medicine inside of us, and it is our own gifts and talents. And when we talk about meeting in the middle and healing, I need you to show up with your gifts and talents to connect and meet in the middle so we can heal this world. When we talk about how do we heal the world, we heal it with our natural medicines. We heal it with our gifts and talents. Every time Pookie and Bob sings and Kristen sings and Ben speaks and Omashar plays and sings, the medicine is being released into the atmosphere and we can heal ourselves and everything around us because trauma is transferable and so is healing. Don't you ever forget you have the power to heal any and everything around you. You are that powerful. I call spreaching, which is speaking and preaching when you come to St. Louis. And I know that this internet, this Zoom didn't want me to start my spreaching because it's my natural medicine to heal. My great-grandmother passed those same gifts down to me, and I passed them down to my daughter and my grandson. And what I want to bring you to now in that same church, I'm operating every single day in the basement of the church where my great-grandmother would have choir rehearsal on Wednesdays. In that same space, who knew that I would be there every single day serving the community that needs to heal? But I show up with my medicine and I invite others to show up with their medicine. So my volunteers come in with theirs. Those who give donations, they show up with theirs. Community that come in need, they show up with theirs. And we got this whole collective energy going on. And when we meet up in that room every day, I see it. I see people change. I see people connect. I see that even when language is a barrier, I have people from many different walks of life come in there and they don't even speak the same language. But when they leave, they hug me. Our body language, our facial expressions All of those things help us to connect, even when our native tongue don't allow our ears to hear something familiar. Stop disconnecting because of the color of our skin might be different. Stop disconnecting because we choose to love and our love for someone else looks different. Stop disconnecting because someone doesn't live in your country or your neighborhood or even in your house. Start connecting and meeting in the middle. Come and join me in meeting in the middle. Come and be a part of that natural medicine that we can create together in that one soul pot of healing. And we're going to serve it up in St. Louis, and then we're going to move it on to Kansas City, and then we're going to push it on out to the rest of the world. But I need your ingredient to come into that soul pot. On Black Sun, S-O-N Day, Black Sunday. Black Sunday was created to foster more inclusive and equitable world that we all need to live in. And that means Black men and Black boys included. Black Sun, S-O-N Day. Strengthening fathers and sons, celebrating all of their achievements, not erasing what they have created in history, but elevating them in the future. Come and join that soul pot of healing. And I want to know, what are you going to put in it? I'm putting in my preaching. What are you going to put in the pot? Go ahead and put it in the chat what you going to drop in that pot. Kristen, come on with your songs. What are you dropping in the pot? We are creating that soul pot and meeting in the middle. Meeting in the middle to serve it up together. I'm so excited to be with my sister, Pookie Lee, because I wouldn't even be here. I might not have known about you had my sister not shared and connected and brought me into the space. So who are you going to invite to come with you to join us and meet us in the middle? To my brother Ben, I love you more than any words I can try to bring to call forward. I love you so much. You are my brother from another mother. and I love your mother, and I can't wait for you to meet mine. Thank you for your yes. Thank you for your heart. It's time to heal this land. And the last thing I want to say, at Ungun Institute, which is my company that I run, we disarm trauma. That's all that means. It's disarming trauma. And I believe that you have to go back to the root cause of where that pain and that trauma started for you. And I just want to say, when I think about the collective trauma, recent collective trauma that we need to be healing from, because we never really even healed from the assassination of Dr. King. And all those things that Dr. King stood for to bring us to the middle and connect us, we seem to have lost sight of those things. So we got to get back to that. And I noticed that we had lost sight of those things when the unrest of Ferguson happened in St. Louis. St. Louis is the heart center of the nation, of the United States of America. It's in the middle. It's the heart of the nation. And our heart was broken when the unrest happened and we didn't heal from it. And then came COVID and our heart was broken even more. And just recently, an E3 tornado hit our city, and it hadn't been a tornado like that since 1959. And our heart was broken some more. We need you. We need you. Come and help to heal the heart of our nation so that we can continue to spread love. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth.
Oh, we love you so much, Marty. Love you so, so much.
I love you too.
Thank you for calling us in and holding us with your incredible heart and just trusting us to come on this journey with you. And in going and being with you, we're also finding that healing within each of our hearts and the collective heart. And it's a very worthy journey. Looking forward to.
Oh, and you know, Kristen, you know this, Pookie knows this, Ben knows this, all of those who were with us in Japan. Where's Ben? Can Ben come in here real quick? Can Ben come on? Ben, come on. And Pookie, please. I almost didn't make this journey. Because in Japan, and I don't want to go deep into that, but I do believe that's almost, I think, why all of this is even coming together, right? Because in Japan, you guys, those who don't know, I fainted in a short period of time when I had gone to that dark space. There's my Deborah. Oh my God, that's my angel.
If you're going to tell the story, we got to have Rev Deb with us.
I didn't know she was in there. I haven't been seeing everybody on the screen. I've just been seeing the people that's been on. Oh my God. Yes, you got to have my angel. So, oh my God. Wow. Okay. So let me just say this. I fainted. And when I went into that space, I was telling them when I came back, I was like, I didn't see a stairway to heaven. I saw a hallway. And that hallway, it seemed like everybody, I could hear you guys, but the echo, it just sounded so far away. I'll talk about some reverb, Kristen. Oh my God. It sounded so far down the hallway and I could hear everybody talking, but I couldn't say anything. It was kind of like what happened here at Zoom when I didn't see myself move. Oh, that just gave me chills. And I heard a voice, I heard God's voice speak to me to go back, Marty, and deliver a message to them. And the next day on the bus, I remember sharing what I was told to say, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Menopause don't let me hold on to stuff to right now. So I hope you remember what I told you, and I told you to remember because I may not ever remember. But I shared it that next day to you all. That was what I was supposed to do. But when I think about us coming to St. Louis and meeting in the middle, I'm so glad you all are coming to St. Louis to heal and not coming to St. Louis to say your goodbye. We still got time. We have time to do this work together. Ben, when you was going through that timeline and you named all those people who gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone. I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad that my picture didn't come up and you had to say that about me, Ben. So we may not have enough time to do this work. This may be the time. This may be the moment. If you really truly know that you've been called to be a healer and a leader and a lover of people, oh, I'll see you in St. Louis. I'll see you in St. Louis. Because I know you're coming. I just don't think that any of us that have been called in that space right now, that we can't, don't worry about money. That part, it'll work itself out. I did, when the storm hit on May 16th, I was on the boots on the ground, being the next morning. The very next morning, I didn't have a building. I didn't have the money. I didn't have a whole lot of things. But what we do have is influence. And when we show up, other people, when you're a leader, they're going to follow. So if you want to come, just say you're coming and watch what follows. Erica, come on, Erica. Come on. I can't wait to see you. So I know my time is up. I said I was going to be short. Scott, you know I always say I'm going to be short, and I'm never short, Scott. You know it. That's why Scott made me last.
When Kristen and I were putting together the agenda, we took that into consideration.
And I do want to be mindful and get Paulette on because she's been.
Okay, let me tell you about Paulette.
Yeah, you introduce Paulette because I want to hear your experience of this magic being.
Okay, well, first of all, before I say something about Paulette, I have to say this about Deborah. Deborah, let me tell you how much of just a baddie she is. We are in the ambulance, and I don't speak Japanese, and she doesn't speak Japanese, a little bit maybe, but she was calling the shots, and I'm still here. So I don't know what she said as they were talking and saying different things, but she stayed with me all the way to 2 days later, we were on stage together making people laugh. That's how healed things elevated. But Deborah, because
Marty, we weren't going to let you go.
No, but it's the power of who you are. It's the spirit and the power of who you are. That if I was too weak to fight, you fought for me. That's meeting in the middle. That's the work, everybody. That right there. So that's what we got to continue to do. So Deborah, you know I love you, and I can't wait to see you and hug you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And then Paulette, I have I'm just going to say it like I would say it, Paulette, when we are in our rooms. I have the coolest prayer warrior, spiritual mother, leader of so many. You are amazing, sister. From the time you wake up and the things that you do to the time you close your eyes and go to sleep. And I don't know if you'll ever get to be her roommate. Not if I'm going to be in it, because I'm going to be like, Paulette, like, how do you pick I'm supposed to be your roommate. But Paulette, from everything, you talk about the senses, from the smell, the taste, the touch, just all of those elements. She embodies that. When we see her in the spaces that she preps and prepares and activates in, that's amazing. But it's nothing like when you see her in her element of just being, just simply being Paulette, just the raw side of her, it is on another level that I'm so blessed to know and see and be a part of. You've covered me, sister, in so many ways. And for that, I say thank you and I love you. Okay, that's all I got. Be happy.
I'm just wondering if you want to explain the context.
I'll explain the context because I don't even know if Marty realizes, but Paulette's going to take us in. Is that what you're talking about, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Here we go. I'll share that Paulette's about to take us on a journey because St. Louis is going to be sacred and amazing and all. And then we're going to take a bus to Unity Village. And Unity Village is a very important place in Paulette's heart and in the heart. I would say it is a very sacred, it is the sacred center of all of the Unity churches, right? It is the headquarters. It's a sacred land that's been highly held and cultivated with great spirit and intention for many, many years. Paulette knows this beautiful place intimately and has stepped into her ministry there and been part of that world for many, many years. And she's going to just take us a little bit into the zone of what are our 3 days in Unity Village going to feel like. And you're going to get to see a little bit about it. And I'll leave it there. Paulette.
Thank you. Wow, I have to follow Marty? Not fair. I was also thinking, as Pookie said, people think that she's in Hawaii. And I keep asking myself, why am I in the Midwest? I don't just keep asking myself that. People ask me that too. You come from London, why the Midwest? Or they'll say, oh, I thought you were from California, or you live in California. They say that about me too. But as I was listening, and as we've activated this event already in this space tonight, and been called into our hearts, this thought just trickled into my mind that I'm still here 19 years later in the middle when I thought I was just passing through because I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you to come to Unity Village, to come to Kansas City, Missouri, so that we can expand the flame together. So Kristen was just explaining that I have a connection with Unity, and I'll tell you what that is. I'm an ordained Unity minister. So I came from England to seminary at Unity Village, spent 3 years here, and then went back to England. And then a few years later, was invited to apply for a job in the retreat department at Unity Village, which I applied for and got. But it took 18 months to go through the visa process for me to get here. So I came and the job was different. So I didn't actually last in the job more than 3 years because my soul needed to do a different work. But they got me, that job got me here. And my ministry, Touching the Stillness, came out of that when I left Unity and went out on my own. Not on my own, of course, I've got the universal support, but you know what I mean? I went self-employed. But I live about 15 minutes from the village, so I still have friends, I still have connections, and it is the most beautiful place. So we're inviting you to join us. Let me see here. Can you see that? That's our welcome to Unity Village. I speak as if I still work there, and I don't. But I so love the place, and it is sacred, holy ground. What you're seeing in this picture right now, in addition to the entrance, right here is the cupola of Silent Unity, which is a 24-hour prayer vigil that's held in this space up here. And Unity has been praying on these grounds for more than 100 years. So it's steeped in prayer, and there's retreats coming in, and there's groups coming in, and they just keep adding to the prayer work and the prayer happening in Unity Village. this is what you're in for. This is an aerial view of the beautiful campus. It's many acres. This is their new labyrinth. And this is an iconic water tower. It's a functioning tower, but it's like when you see how you can see the horizon out there? That means that when you're approaching Unity Village, you see the tower first. And for many of us, it's like, and when you enter and arrive on the grounds, it feels like you've come home.
The
So
picture hasn't changed yet.
it hasn't changed yet? What does that mean?
You giving us an aerial view, and we only had the entrance.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know. I thought it would just fast forward as I did it. Okay. Let's try that again. So I have to do it one by one. Okay. There's the aerial view. Can you see that?
Perfect.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. So yeah, this is the aerial view, and like I said, on the horizon, you can see how far the view is that you can see the tower from, and your heart just misses a beat when you see that tower, and you'll feel at home. So we are creating this retreat experience to take us even deeper into our heart after the St. Louis experience. Then we come onto this sacred ground and we go deeper and we connect more because, as I said, we've been waiting for you to bring your light so we can burst the flame even more brightly. I see that I'm going to have to do this one by one. Hold on. Let's see. So I'm just going to take you through a few shots and oh, no, that's not it. Sorry. It's not working for me right now. Hold on. I thought it was going to be easier than this. Can you see that? No, sorry, I don't know why my pictures aren't showing up. Okay. Are you seeing anything?
Just a black screen.
Yeah, okay. So I had all these shots to show you, but it's not working for me right now. But if you go to unityvillage.org, you will see some of the images I was trying to share with you of the, maybe I can still just show this picture and still talk about it from here, what I wanted to share with you. Okay, I can do that from here. So one of the things I wanted to tell you is that in addition, this is a beautiful place. And right here down this on this side, if I could show it to you in another image, you would see that there is a central courtyard here. And it's the home of an award-winning rose garden and beautiful fountains and the sound of healing water. We've been talking about water, and water seems to be a theme running through our hearts in the middle. So this is a place of healing waters as well. And Ben mentioned that there is a bridge that crosses from one side of the courtyard to the other, and that's the Bridge of Faith. So what we're going to do is we're going to start our journey in this beautiful new labyrinth. It's just been like a year or two since it was built, and it was built, every brick was laid by hand by the developers, and it's modeling the rosette shape that's in the Chartres Cathedral in France. So we're going to start our journey moving into the middle here, and then we're going to exit our retreat with another ceremony using the Bridge of Faith as our anchor, as our ceremonial place of preparing to take what we have integrated from our retreat into the world. Because this is not navel gazing, this is about coming together and holding the space in the middle, as Marty was saying, that we can then expand out to the edges, to the circumference around the world. It's going to be anchored here. It's going to be activated even more powerfully here at Unity Village. So we'd love to, here I go again, we would love to share this space with you. In addition to the beautiful grounds, there are many resting and reflection places. There's a Myrtle Fillmore Grove around the tower. You can't see anything because I can't show you the pictures that I have, but around the tower there's a 12-power garden. There's a golf course. There's this beautiful labyrinth, as I said. There's a lovely boutique hotel. It's an award-winning hotel. So that's where you'll be staying. And then they have these beautiful homes, one of which I stayed in when I was a student minister. It's now a renovated Airbnb. I wish I could show it to you, but the pictures are not working for me. But this is the place that you're coming to. But moreover, the place that you're coming to is not just this physical location. The place that you're coming to is elevated consciousness. And we're going to do this together. We are a tribe of healers, a tribe of light workers, light radiators. And we're coming here to do the inner work, to prepare ourselves, because this is a work that's not for the faint of heart. But we don't have to carry that torch alone, but we do have to come together and amplify it with ceremony, with ritual, with integration, with inner work. And that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we're preparing for you in our 3-day retreat. So come from St. Louis, enter here, and we'll do our best to prepare for the work ahead. And also, I'm hoping one of the things I'm hoping is going to happen, there are many sort of secret places around the village that are not open to the public. So I'm working on it right now with the team, trying to arrange for us to have a private tour if we can, to show you some of those special places. But just like that's like a symbol of the special secret places that are in us, unbidden and hidden, that need to be coming out into the light. So I am so excited to be participating in the co-creation of this program that will elevate, activate, amplify all that we need to be doing in the world by coming together and being in community. And when we come together and share that light, and it burns so brightly, when we leave, people are going to say, "Where were you? What fire blazes from you?" And you'll say, "I was in the field of healing. You could have come and met me in the middle, but I'm bringing the light to you if you can't make it this time. So come, I've been waiting for 19 years for you to arrive." Bless you.
Yeah, I learned so much about you just now, and I learned so much about Unity Village. I mean, thank you. That was beautiful to learn about you. And, it's not that you still work there, it's that it's your spiritual home. And the way you talk about it with so much love and all your memories, all your experiences. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful way to introduce many of us to that beautiful place and the possibility of sharing it with you for 3 days.
I'm so sorry you couldn't see the pictures, but as I said, you'll see all the beautiful images. Can I try one more time? Because I really want to just show you
Absolutely.
at
Try it
least
again.
the courtyard. Please work. No, I can't bear it.
I bet you can send a couple to Scott and he can.
Yeah, if you send them to me, I'll show them.
Okay, cool.
I have a hunch. I'm going to play a solo. Am I still doing this, Scott? Do we have
You
time?
sure are. I just texted.
Okay. You did. Okay.
Before we carry on,
So
Christine,
let's just say that the.
Erica has had her hand up 3 times, and I know she wants to say something. Is it appropriate to do it now before your solo?
What is it? What do you want to share, Erica?
I know about Dr. Marty that I want to share. I think, we all have our personas in public, and we're always in public together. And I don't know how this happened, but I was on Facebook and suddenly started seeing Dr. Marty's texts. The reality is who we are when the lights are out. What is our true character? And in those texts, she or someone else was driving by and saw a family that had been put out of their home with all of their belongings alongside the road. And she went to reaching out to her connections and her team on the ground from her church. No questions asked. Go back and get this family, and had the money to get a hotel and put them in it. And I'm watching all of this unfold and play out on my Facebook. And at that moment in time, I knew exactly who Dr. Marty was. I know her beautiful persona with program that she puts together with the different hats. She's an incredible actress, but this is who she really is. And that's what Love in Action is all about. And they rescued that family. And I have been touched, and my heart has grown so close to her from that moment in seeing that. I just had to share this tonight. Thank you for giving me that time.
Oh, Erica. Thank you, dear heart. Thank you for seeing me. And thank you for being in my life. And when I say I cannot wait to connect with you, to hug you, and to share and meet in the middle with you, I mean that from the heart. You are such a beautiful soul, inside and out. And I just have to say, we all make each other better. And I believe I'm a much better person because I have you, Erica, in my life. Thank you.
So much love in this tribe, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And a wonderful way to feel the love for us to all come together is through a Kristen Hoffman Salome. So, Kristen, for those who don't know how the Salomes work, let us know.
So we're just going to see what wants to come through. And I'm going to keep this one a little shorter. I'm just saying in advance, my beloved's about to show up home from the city at some point. And often when he comes in, this little magical quiet being next to me will go and run. And so I'm just going to hold a nice quiet space around me, and may this Salome come through and be smooth. But if you might hear a dog barking in the middle, you'll know what happened. Okay, let's see what wants to happen. Let's start here.
can see you meeting in the middle. I can feel your healing from deep within. I can hold you deeply in the middle. My heart is so big, heart is so big. All of us holding hands, walking to the middle. All our hearts opening, letting in that healing. All of us holding hands, portal through the archway. All of us holding hands, unity village. I can feel you dancing in the middle. I can hear your song sing deep from within you. Marty's great grandmother is singing. She is singing from that hymnal, meeting us in middle, holding us in deep love, meeting in the middle, feeling from the middle, always in the open. We can feel it growing, always in the open. We can feel our hearts growing. I love you, I hold you, I forgive you, I'm within you, I am present, I'm loving, I can accept all the parts of me. I know that the hope lives here. I know that our healing is birthed. I know that hope for humanity, it comes from the middle of the we. I can see you. I can feel hold it up higher, hold it up higher, hold it up higher, hold your hands higher, meeting in the middle, hold it up higher, hold it up higher, let it all rise now, meeting in the middle, hold the divine here, let it all rise here, hold it divine here, meeting in the middle. I can see you. Meeting in the middle. Ooh, ah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, sing it out, Marty. I want to hear you.
Come on and meet me in the middle. Ooh, meet me in the middle. Yes, we're waiting for you.
Kristen, you are so one of a kind. There is only one earth angel with your extraordinary. And what's amazing is that you're that talented and such a sweet, loving, kind person. It's an amazing combination to be that talented and that kind.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you, Scott, in this incredible space where we get to share and love and heal. And I'm grateful for each and every being who is here presently and just also just, tuning into all the world right now, all the beings, and grateful for, we're all connected. We're all here. We're all here. Grateful for each and every life and heart that's beating right now.
Mhm.
And the heart of Gaia. So thank you, thank you, thank you. What a beautiful show it's been tonight. What a beautiful time together with this family once again.
And we just have a couple more things.
Oh yeah, we have some announcements.
Well, yeah, I did get Paulette's pictures, so we're going to take a look at those.
Oh
in a
yes,
moment.
good.
But before we do that,
Yes.
instead of Kristen,
Mm.
normally I would go to her website. She said, Scott, don't do that tonight. We really need to raise a little more money for this beautiful mission. And originally the goal was 1,500. They actually surpassed it, but she realized that the expenses were going to be even greater. So tell us a little bit, and I'm going to go. So
I
tell
think a lot of you know about this incredible. This is Antoinette and Patos. You've all seen these young artists and the art. I know they've been on the show in Uganda, and these kids have not been able to paint for a few months now. They lost critical funding, and they had to go and they had to put a lot of the finances that they did have into survival needs. And these kids are so talented. I think I first saw Antoinette sharing about them on this show, Scott, maybe about a year ago. And I just became entranced, and I got everyone Christmas presents with their art on it. And I just really felt the call through a program that I did with David Lorimer, that was a few weeks during World Unity Week. We said, let's raise $1,500 and we can help get these kids paint and easels and some more musical instruments. Antoinette and Pato have actually helped them set up a little studio. They have their art gallery. They are incredible. And this one young man, artist Akon, has really taught the youth how to paint, and what they're creating is just extraordinary. So in any event, Antoinette and Pato were so incredibly grateful. I got the most beautiful thank you from the kids, and she said, it's amazing. We reached over the 1,500, and this will almost cover all the expenses that we need. They're just a bit over 2,000. I said, what? Okay, let's see what we can do. So we're almost there. If anyone feels, rather than sending any, Scott always goes to my website, and I just said, no. If anyone feels like donating or giving anything tonight, please send it to these kids. They're just, so deserving, and their art is extraordinary. And this ability to paint and connect through art has kept these kids have found reason to live again. I mean, they come from challenging situations. When you hear some of the stories, and I know Antoinette has shared some of their stories on the show before, traumatizing. And when they paint, when they sing together, there is just pure joy. So anyway, the other thing is Antoinette and Pato will be hand delivering this money. So it's one of those times where you know that anything you give is really going directly to the source. So just they're all so grateful. Antoinette and Pato are so grateful, and for all of the support. And thank you to anyone who's watching who has already given. I know there's a bunch of you from this circle who have supported, and I'm so grateful. So thank you.
So I want to give you all a little tip when we're donating on. I'm going to donate to $77. Actually, I'm going to make it 88 because that's the.
Oh, that's amazing.
Now,
Thank you, Scott.
When you donate, everybody, go down to this toolbar, because GoFundMe will automatically add 17.5%, but you don't have to pay that. You can actually just take this little bar and take it all the way down to as little as 0. So you don't have to put in the GoFundMe part, and then past that it's pretty obvious.
And I've asked Antoinette if she could film a little video when the kids receive these things. So I think that's probably going to happen as well. So maybe we can do a follow-up in a few months when after their next trip.
Beautiful. So I've put the link into the chat box, everybody. So please do donate. And I'll keep the Zoom room open for a couple more minutes just so you can capture that. And thank you. We're going to go to Paulette and take a look at her photos, which I do have. Let me pull this back up. Where do they go? Policy agencies. I've got so many things open. Home. I do have them here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got them. So Paulette, you can just narrate as we see. Okay.
That's the beautiful labyrinth that was hand built with every brick. And in the center, those are marble benches. When we get into the center, we can rest. So we walk the labyrinth, we walk in and release, and on the way out, we receive.
Beautiful.
This is the Bridge of Faith, and this is part of the water fountain courtyard in the Rose Garden courtyard. It's just amazing. So we'll be doing ceremony here as well, weather permitting. This is the front of the hotel. As I said, it's an award-winning boutique hotel. Fun story, I was, when I got to Unity Village in 2006, I stayed in this hotel. I was the only guest. I was their beta tester for the hotel. The beds are beautiful, so just for the beds alone, and great breakfast, I understand. Okay.
Beautiful.
And that's the iconic tower I was talking about that you can see for miles, but it's a functioning water tower. And the whole village is a Mediterranean, Italian Mediterranean style that one of the founders' sons created the architecture for. That's a glimpse of the central court fountains. And Kansas City is known as a city of fountains, so it's in keeping with that idea. Kansas City has as many fountains, or is second to Rome in the number of fountains it has. And so Unity Village has fountains all around the campus. The golf course speaks for itself.
I don't know if people are going to have time for golf.
And I put in the chat that there's going to be good food, and not just spiritual food, but good food for our meals. But there's also a state-of-the-art gym that comes with your room, so you can work it off.
Beautiful.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, thank you. I hope you're all donating. Thank you, Paulette. Your voice is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I just listening to your voice always, sometimes we'll be having an evolutionary leaders meeting, and Rev Deb will ask who wants to lead the prayer. And I'm always hoping it's either you or Jude Curvin, because you both have like the most gorgeous voices. So thank you for being with us. And I'm going to bring all of our presenters up one last time, all the members of this particular tribe that have been contributing, and that includes you, Rev Deb, and Ben, who God knows what time it is where Ben is. If I got it, and Pookie Lee, there we go. I knew there was somebody else.
Ben's in the future.
Ben is in the future. That's right. It is now Thursday in Australia. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your incredible contributions. We will meet you in the middle, either online, energetically, and some of us blessed to actually do that physically. And that'll be very, very special. I do have two final quick Global Peace Tribe announcements.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for having us. Much love.
Always, Ben, always. I always like to let people know what's coming up. And let me tell you, Saturday night is amazing. We have most of the significant global teachers of A Course in Miracles all going to be on the show. Similar to how like all the core people that are doing this retreat in August were here tonight. Well, on Saturday night, these are the main best-selling authors and teachers of Course in Miracles who are going to be with us. So we're going to really dive deep into the beauty of A Course in Miracles. And hear from these extraordinary people how this book has changed their lives. And I know many of you, I'm sure, are Course in Miracle people. So that's going to be a really special show. And then finally, just want to remind everybody to register for our new season. It is just starting. And so all of you in the Zoom room have already registered, or your guests. But anybody watching on Facebook or YouTube, just go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com. Come and join us. It's an amazing community, as you can see. All right. Kristen said, let's when we made the agenda, we'll make it for 90 minutes and then it'll go 2 hours. Well, we're at 2.5. What can I say? So much love. So much love. I'm going to go to gallery view for us all to say goodnight. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I hope to see you all on Saturday night for our special show on A Course in Miracles.